Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Wednesday, where every Wednesday I post a new video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this little cup right here. It's I was just bored and I decided to do something with this plain cup. So yeah. So what you're going to need for this project is you're going to need a white cup or whatever cup you want to use. I use white because that's the only one I have. I use yellow clay. I use some flush colored for her skin tone. I'm using red for the lollipop, pink for her shirt, and we're going to be using black for the sunglasses. You're also going to need a Q-tip with the ends cut off, and translucent Scoopy, which is basic liquid clay. It bonds everything to the glass. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera facing down so y'all can see what I'm doing. So first of all, we're gonna grab our cup, and it's already been wiped clean of dust and dirt. I'm gonna take a pack of open clay. You're also going to need some of the gray, silver, whatever. And we're just going to prop this up just like this. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and make the head and the torso of the body with our flush colored clay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to slide this to the side for a minute, and we're just going to work on the torso. I'm just going to roll a ball into take a piece of clay, roll it into a ball, and we're just going to go ahead and flatten it. And what we're going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and push up, and we're going to make the neck. And I think it'll just probably be easier if I just lay this down and work on it this way, so y'all can see it's taking its shape. And I'm just gonna tilt the head a little, the neck a little bit, because I want it to lean a little. And I am just gonna go ahead and take my fingers and spread out as I push down. So there we have that. And then I'm just going to smooth out as I go. And I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to push in just like this. Just going to make her kind of curvy. And then I'm just going to flatten it in with my fingers like this. Just going to push in. Give her a little bit of a waistline here. So this is what we have so far. And you're going to need a little bit of a dotting tool. And I'm going to go ahead, push up a little bit, and we're going to give her a belly button. So there's her little belly button. And if you want to, you can put this on the glass and build on the glass. So you can put it here and you can build. I'm going to try to close this a little bit to take some of the lighting off. There we go. So, yeah. So if you want to build on the glass, you can, or you can build off of it. I think I'm going to build off of it this time. I normally build on, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and build off. So we have her belly button. Now we're going to go ahead and do her chest. So you're going to start off with 2 little balls, and you're going to make sure they're the same size. And this is what we have. And we're just going to roll them, and you're going to take your finger and you're just going to flatten the bottom. You're going to turn and flatten. And you're going to do that again. You're just going to turn and flatten. And then we're just going to stick them on. Okay, next we're going to take our pink clay, and this is going to be the shirt. So we're going to take it, and we're just going to go ahead and, I wonder where did my blade go? I have no idea where I did with my blade, but it's fine. I'll use the scissors. So we're going to take this, and we're just going to flatten it out, and we're just going to cut off a little bit of it. And then we're going to cut off a little more. And we're going to go ahead and cut the sides, just cleaning it up, evening it up a little bit. And this is what we have. And now we're just going to flatten it just like this. And we're just going to pull out. You're just going to flatten and pull out. Just like this. And this is going to be her shirt. So I'm just going to go ahead and flatten and pull out a little more. And we're just going to put this here. We're going to see how we want it to look. And if you want to give it a little bit of detail in the front, you can do that. I'm just going to go ahead and push down a little bit and stick this right on here. And I'm just going to pick her up and just going to smooth everything out just like this, just making sure it's evenly smoothed. And now we're going to take a piece of the Q-tip and we're just going to cut it. And we're just going to make a little bit of an indent in the middle of her shirt. And then you're just going to clean everything up. You're just going to round everything back up. Push in. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and clean. Round off my edges just like this. And this is what we have. I'm going to go ahead and put her belly button in her earring in her belly, or her ring in her belly button. So I'm just taking a piece of silver clay, and it's just a very little piece, just like this. I'm just going to roll it, and we're just going to stick it on here. I'm just making sure I got everything even and lined up. And there, her belly button. Her ring is in her belly button. There you have it. Next, I'm going to give her a necklace. And I think I want her necklace the same color as her shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and take some more of that silver clay. And I'm just going to roll it into a little snake. And I want to get a piece that doesn't have pink on it. So I'm going to grab another piece of that clay, and we're going to roll it into a little skinny snake. And I'm just going to pick up on the end. I'm going to cut this little bit off. And I'm going to go ahead and fold it a little bit. Like this. Maybe. Okay, so we're just going to have to roll that again. So we're going to roll it into another little snake, and I'm going to fold it up. And we're just going to go ahead and stick this right here. This is going to be her necklace. And like I mentioned, I'm going to make that necklace the same color as her shirt. And I'm just going to take a little piece of clay, roll it into a ball. And we're just going to flatten it just a little bit. We're going to stick it right there in the middle. And I'm going to take this, my little tool, and I'm just going to put a little dot right in the middle. Just like this. So that's what we have. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, prop this up, and we're going to do her head. And I am going to go ahead and roll off some clay, and we're going to roll this into a ball, and I'm going to roll it into an oval shape, and we're just going to flatten it. So it's going to be just like this. And we're just going to stick that on. Let me see here. I want to see how that's going to look. I think it's going to look pretty good. I'll pull it up a little bit. And this is what we have. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it into place. So I'm going to take my glue. And it's like I told you, it's way low. I got to get some more. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of this. And we're going to stick it into place. So basically, I'm still just adding a little bit. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to stick it right into place. Right here. And I'm just going to take my fingers, and I'm just going to push this down a little bit into place. Without smashing too much on my details. And I'm just going in and straightening out her shirt because my nails put a little bit of some marks in it, but it's fine. This is what we end up with. And I am going to just go ahead and smush this down a little bit. And this is what we have. Now, oopsies. Yeah. Oh, okay. Alrighty then. So next, what we're going to do is, I think we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do her arms. Actually, no. I'm going to do her nose. So we're going to take a little bit of that clay, and you're going to roll it into a ball, and then you're just going to flatten it into a little bitty triangle. And then we're going to take our tool, and we're just going to give it some little nostril holes. And then we're just going to stick that right on her nose, or on her face. And my voice and stuff is so crazy. I think it's only because I am catching a summer cold. And I also have asthma. So yeah, lovely. And so now we got that. We got her nose. Now we're going to go ahead and do her mouth for the lollipop. So we're going to take our little tool and we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of a hole in her mouth. And what you're going to do is just take that, stick it there in there and just roll it around to just open her mouth a little bit. And this is where the lollipop is going to sit. So yeah, you should have something that looks like this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I am going to put the sunglasses on her face. So we're going to take our black clay, because this is going to be the sunglasses. So we're just going to play around with it. We're going to take a black piece of clay and we're just going to roll it into a little skinny snake. I'm just going to pour a little bit more of that off. We're going to roll it into a little bit of a snake like this. And we're just going to go ahead and stick this right there in the middle. And that's going to be the start of her sunglasses. And now we're going to take some of that black clay and we're going to roll them into little bitty balls. And you want to make sure they're the same size. And that's not, so I need a little more. And we're just going to put them here. And now we're going to, now that they're even, we're going to take our fingers and we're just going to smash them down a little bit. And now I'm just going to use this little bit of tool and scoop it up. And we're going to place one here. And we're going to do the same thing with the other side. We have it here. And we're going to go ahead and put it over here. So here is the sunglasses. And next I'm going to do her hands. And I'm just going to take some pieces of clay that you see here, and we're just going to tear off some. We're going to make sure they're the same size. We're going to start off with two little balls. We're going to roll it. Like this. And then we're just going to roll again. And you're going to end up with something like this. And you're going to take, well, something like this. And we're just going to go ahead and flatten one end like this. And then we have one end that we flatten here, and we're just going to flatten this end. And then we're just going to go ahead and pull out a little bit, and then we're going to bend. So this is going to be like the elbow. And we're just going to stick it up here like this. I know you probably can't see, but this is going to be her arm, and we're just going to push in a little bit, and I'm just going to stick that there. Yes. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of that clay, my liquid clay that we have here, and I'm going to stick that right there. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this and stick it here on her arm like this. And we're going to push that right back there. And now we're going to make the lollipop. So we're going to take our little stick, our Q-tip. You're going to cut the ends off like I mentioned before. And we're going to cut the other end. This is what we're going to end up with. this little stick here. And we're going to make the lollipop red. So I tore off some red clay, and we're just going to roll it into a ball, and I'm just going to stick this, and I think I'm just going to make her lollipop a little smaller. So we're just going to tear a little bit off, and I'm going to grab some of my clay. We're just going to put a little bit on and around the base of it like that. And you're just going to make a little bit of an incision. You're just going to stick that right in there. Try not to smush it. And then we're just going to pull down and turn to get the shape of the lollipop. So this is what we have. And I'm just going to continue to pull down and turn. Okay, that clearly didn't work. Not like I thought it would. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off another piece of that popsicle stick. I mean that Q-tip. And we're going to try this again. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on it, on the ends. And I'm just going to come all the way down this time. Stick this on here, and I'm just going to pull down. Okay. Now I'm going to take my little tool here, and I'm just going to push this down on the stick. And there we have it. There we go. Next, I am going to take a little bit of that of this glue, and we're just going to put it on her hand here and flatten. And we're also going to put a little bit of that same glue on the stick, and we're just going to wrap this around her hand. Like that. And now I'm going to take my tool that I have here, and I'm just going to get a little bit of that glue, and we're just going to stick this around her mouth and on the lolly, and we're just going to stick that in her mouth. But I don't know if I want her lollipop to be as big, so let's take a little bit of that off and reshape it and stick it in her mouth this way. Okay, that's a little bit better. So we have that. We're going to go ahead and do her other arm. So I'm just going to make a little ball. We're going to roll it into a little cylinder shape. I'm going to add a little more clay to that. We're going to roll it. I'm going to go ahead and clean up some of this out of the way. And then we're just going to roll it into a snake. And we're just going to go ahead and bend it here. We're going to bend like this at the elbow. We're going to give her an elbow. That's going to be her hand that goes on her hip. And this part is going to go like this. So this is what it's going to look like once I get everything glued into place. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to grab my clay, my liquid clay, and I'm going to go ahead and put some on here. And we're just going to go ahead and stick this back into place. And this is what we have. Next, we're going to go ahead and do her hair. And I'm going to go with yellow for her hair. And it's it's almost like a pale yellow. It's about the only color I really had on my hand for hair. I have to go get some more clay, and I don't really feel like driving a whole hour just for clay. So, because my Walmart don't carry this clay anymore. So yeah, I have to drive a little bit of a ways to get it now, and that's not what I want to do. So yeah, so I just took those two pieces and I'm just twisting them together to almost like a little braid, just twisting. And then I think we'll do it. Okay, obviously there is a little piece of something in there. Let's just grab some more. So, okay, we're going to do this again. We're going to take a piece of clay. We're going to roll it. And I'm going to roll it into a long cylinder. And I'm going to fold it over on itself like this. And then twist it. Like this. And we're just going to go ahead and put this here. Like, I want to give her like pigtails. Like this. And we're going to go ahead and continue to do that. So we're just going to roll to a long snake. And you can make these as skinny or as thick as you want to. And you're just going to twist. And we're just going to take that and stick that right in the back. I'm going to stretch it. And I'm just going to push it down. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do her across her forehead. So just going to take a little bit of clay, and you don't have to make it as long. And then we're just going to fold it over like this. And then we're just going to twist like this. And this is what we got. And I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more. I'll tear a little bit off of there. We're going to roll it. And then we're going to fold it over and twist. And we're just going to stick that like that. And this is what we end up with. So yeah, and that is it. That is all you gotta do is that. And I think I want to do just a little more of the hair, just a little bit on the left side, just to make it look kind of poofy, even it out a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add this little piece here. There we go. That looks a little better. And then once you do all that, you are done with it, and all you have to do now is bake it in the oven. I bake mine in the oven at 250 for 25 minutes, and then I let it completely dry, and then I glaze it with the Mod Podge gloss. And if you don't want to use Mod Podge gloss, you can use clear fingernail polish. I have done that also. But yeah, and you can drink out of this. You just cannot put it in your dishwasher to wash it. You will have to wash it by hand. But once everything is baked with the bond on it, it's not going anywhere unless you just extremely rough on it. But yeah, so that's it. That was all. It didn't take that long. It's a quick little fun project if you decide that you want to do something like this. It's a different way to brighten up your cup a little bit. I mean, if you're a coffee or a tea drinker, yeah. But yeah, so, and once I said, when you bake it, it's actually hard. It's not going nowhere. It's there. It's baked. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera back up so y'all can see me. So yeah, that was it for this cute little fun project. Didn't take very long to do. So yeah, if you like this video, please give me a like and a thumbs up. And I try to go through and read all the comments. So if you leave me a comment, I'll be sure to get to it. So yeah, if y'all want to see me do any other type of video besides a craft, let me know in the comment box below. And I also do story times and Q&As. I actually have a story, but I told y'all once before, if you want to hear it, let me know, and I'll be glad to tell y'all about it. And, yeah, thanks for watching my video, and I hope you all have a nice day. And, with that being said, bye. Have a nice one.